I feel there are three broad definitional issues that we need to consider. The first is that to look at what is the kind of spending and revenue data that the city has, for how many years, what is the reliability of that information, because that is the starting point in terms of understanding what is the capacity of a city to raise resources internally, and also the capacity of a city to deliver on projects which they have started, and also the capacity of the city in terms of understanding or addressing equity and quality of life related issues. So that information is not reasonably reliable in Indian cities, and some amount of cleaning up of information and data is desirable, and that has to be authentic, that has to be unambiguous, which could set up the foundational frameworks for understanding how do we distribute or allocate resources. The second point is primarily related to the fiscal capacity of cities. So when the data is clean, we clearly understand that what is the realistic level of levels of money that a city can internally raise or internally spend on whatever kind of projects are initiated. So that clear, unambiguous understanding of the fiscal capacity of cities is very critical, because whatever programs are currently running in Indian cities and whatever will emerge in the future will be part funded by cities in some form, and therefore we need to understand the fiscal capacity of cities in this regard. The third most important point is what's happened with past projects. In what ways the cities have been able to deliver past projects. Do they have human capacity? Do they have other kinds of capacities to deliver projects? I think that is very critical, and that will partly define whether a city will be able to attract private capital or not. So summarizing broadly, so we need data and information about past spending and revenue. We need, and this data has to be reliable, authentic, audited, and also unambiguous. Second is about the fiscal capacity, the true fiscal capacity of cities, and a realistic idea about the city's fiscal capacity even in the short to medium term. And the third is that what has happened with past projects, what ways cities have delivered. I think using these three criteria, we will be able to very rationally allocate whatever resources are available with us, and that will go a long way in delivering good outcomes for cities, for regions, and the country in general.